want to share a little something with you that the Lord recently said to me. He recently said that, why do people believe in a virus? You can't smell it, you can't touch it, you can't see it, but yet they don't believe in me, the God who gave them the breath of life. I thought about that for a little bit, and I thought, He knows that about us. He knows that we are humans and we are people that we need proof. We need to see to believe. And I just want to share a little story with you. About 8 years ago, I lost my best friend of 20 years suddenly. And I remember waking up the next morning, sitting on my porch, and the grief was real and it was heavy. And I remember looking up in the sky, and it was a beautiful, bright blue sky, and the birds were chirping. And God knew that I needed that. That's what I needed. I needed Him to show me that He was a God that still loved me, even in the darkness, that He showed up and brought light in darkness. And at that time, I was in a place that my faith was in and out, and I wasn't walking with the Lord at the time. And He was showing up for me in a time like that. And that's what I needed. But He knows that about us. He knows that we want the proof. And it brings me back to, in the book of John 20:25, one of the disciples, Thomas, they call him Doubting Thomas, but when Jesus was rose from the dead and he came and He showed Himself to the disciples, Thomas wanted proof. And this is a man who followed Jesus. And he wanted proof. He wanted to see that Jesus was real. And he asked Him to show him His hands and let him see the holes in His hands to prove that He was Jesus, even one of His own disciples. And it brings up people don't believe because they simply don't want to. And that's the truth. If you don't want to believe, you won't see. He wants to show Himself to you. This morning, as I was preparing to speak, I was praying and I was asking the Lord that, when I showed up this evening to shoot this video, would He please just show me a rainbow, give me a rainbow in the sky? And guess what happened? That happened. That's the God we serve. And that rainbow means God's promise. It means His promise to us. Oh my gosh, seriously, I was just literally praying this morning, Lord, a rainbow would be really cool. Those are the kinds of things that I ask for. And that's what I encourage you to do. Test God like that. Test Him. Ask for a rainbow because He's going to deliver. Ask Him to heal a relationship. Ask Him to take away the anxiety. Ask Him to take away the loneliness. Ask Him to heal your arm. Ask Him. He's happy to deliver. He wants to show you what He can do for you. When you invite Christ into your life, He not only guides you, He gives you a book, the Bible, that is just, His words are unfailing. They're His promise. And you get the Holy Spirit that dwells in you. And it's just the ultimate gift that He can give you, that you no longer get to just flounder around. It's like wandering in the wilderness with no guide, no compass. But when you invite Christ into your life, He's like your compass and your guide. You're not flaring around trying to figure out what to do. If you are on the fence about the Lord and you have questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to take any phone calls, any text messages, any messages. I just encourage you that if you are wanting God to show Himself to you, I'm going to pray in agreement with you that God shows up big. He shows Himself to you in a way that you will understand and you will see Him for all His glory.